and plan for. Actually, this is a little bit about the schedule. We're not going to keep you for too much longer, but just so that you know what the next steps are and what we'll be doing with all of this information. This process is approximately 11 months. So we kicked off officially in June, and obviously we are here today in July. We'll be continuing to analyze the data, collect more data based on all of your recommendations today. And since we've gathered through interviews that we've had while we were down here, we will be launching a survey shortly. Delcina will tell you a little bit more about that in a bit. And we will be reconvening with all of you in early December, where we'll actually be rolling up our sleeves even more and looking at different scenarios and really a further refined vision of all of the information that we talked about. From there, we'll be developing the draft plan, and there'll be another public meeting then where you'll get to see, how it's coming together, what that looks like, and we'll, really be looking for you for your input to see whether or not we got it right. We listen, that it represents what you are interested in seeing, and then we'll develop that into the final plan, and that'll be finished in somewhere around April or May of next year, next spring.
Can you ask a question? I'm sensing that the whole piece around Grissom is like a launch deal that it's going. Is that, am I misinterpreting that?
You mean that
So you really are listening to the input? You're still processing it? Yes.
All right. Just so we could really wrap up and in our meeting, Stacy covered a lot of these next steps, but I do want to bring up Delcina Miles with the Miles Agency, who's going to talk about a couple of the first two, particularly the community survey.
I know it's late, you've been here a while, so I'll tell you what Elizabeth Taylor told you to bring husbands. I won't keep you long. All right. So you've heard about the surveys. The surveys will be launched in the fall. A lot of these things that you're seeing tonight will be online. This will not be the only opportunity, as you've heard, for you to give us your input. We have another public meeting coming up in December. You'll see me and my team out in the community a lot. We're going to be at the Denbigh Day Festival, and we're going to be at other public events to conduct those surveys and get your input. So this will not be the only opportunity. Please share the information with every neighbor that you're friendly with, even the ones you're not so friendly with. Let them know that we're having this process, because it's important to get their feedback. You've heard about the Grissom Library, but there's so many other elements to this whole study area. So we want to make sure that everyone has an opportunity to weigh in. So whether it's your neighbors, your co-workers, and others, let them know. So we're also going to be conducting 3 focus groups. We're going to want to make sure that we have a good mix, a cross-section of stakeholders. So we want law enforcement, we want the Korean business community, we want African American, we want old, young. Certainly the young people, because they're the ones that are going to inherit all these things that you're planning for. So we certainly want their input. So with that's where we are at this point. And also, if you didn't get a chance to get the dots, and the maps are still out there, and we can explain that, the color dots. So if you didn't get a chance to do that out there, because that's part of this data gathering and analysis in terms of the places that you think are positive and places you think that need some attention. And also, if you have additional comments, we also have the little stickies that you can put your comments on and put those, keep them PG-13 now, PG-13, those are all ones you can listen to. So we can put these as we gather the information, we can put all that into the process. With WRT, you can see you've given them a lot to do, so when they go back, they have a lot of homework. So with that, we really thank you for this in the middle of this hot day, in the middle of the summer. You're taking the time to show that you care enough about your community to come and weigh in. So thank you so much, and have a good evening.